Al-Nusra terror group leader Abu Muhammad al-Julani has been gravely injured in a Russian airstrike in Syria. That's the headline. Russia's defense ministry says its fighter jet successfully targeted an Al-Nusra meeting. Earlier, Nikki Aaron told me more of this operation.
It's the latest blow to the Al-Nusra group, or Jabhat al-Nusra, whichever you want to call it. This is the second strongest insurgent group in Syria after Islamic State, of course. And this comes as the Ministry of Defense has confirmed that Russian intelligence were able to confirm the time and place that a meeting between the heads of this Al-Nusra terror group would be taking place. Yeah. And once these people were confirmed to be in attendance, Russian airstrikes pounded the area, subsequently killing over 50 Al-Nusra fighters, 12 commanders and a security chief. But most significantly, the leader of the Al-Nusra group was also in attendance, and we do believe that he has been severely injured in this strike. So I think it's fair to say that the Al-Nusra group has taken a pretty devastating beating over the past couple of weeks. It comes just 1 week after the Ministry of Defense confirms that an airstrike in Idlib province in Syria had eliminated 5 prominent Al-Nusra field commanders. Now, these commanders are believed to have been the brains behind an attack on some Russian military police officers in a demilitarized zone in that area. They were there to monitor the ceasefire. Now, for more on the outcome of that attack, here's the Ministry of Defense.
As a result of the bandits' attack, a platoon of military police numbering 29 people was trapped for several hours and was forced to repel enemy attacks despite being outnumbered.
Some pretty significant blows, some gains against the Al-Nusra terror group, but this is an ongoing fight, of course.
Back to the leader. This, I suppose there'll be somebody else waiting to step in behind the scenes here, but what do we know about him?
Well, it's interesting. Abu Muhammad al-Julani, when it comes to his career as a terrorist, if you like, well, he would be ranked as a very well-established figure in the community, if you like. We know that he fought US troops in Iraq. We know he quickly rose through the ranks of Al-Qaeda. He was released from a US prison in Iraq and then went on to join Islamic State, where he also did very well. He rose through the ranks there to become a senior member of Islamic State in Iraq. He then broke away to become the leader of Al-Nusra when the group was established in 2012. He is the self-proclaimed emir of the group. Now, Al-Nusra, once known as Al-Qaeda in Syria, tried to rebrand itself, if you like, in 2016. It changed its name, but its tactics largely remained the same. Let's take a look.
Oh wow, generates the highly effective poison phosphine gas. There's 2 buckets full of these extremely toxic chemical.
This is one of the methods of torture that was used by the militants.
Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has stated that the US-led coalition in Syria needs to focus more of its attention on Al-Nusra too, not just ISIL.
We have long been trying to draw the international community's attention to the fact that the US-led coalition, before the Russian military had started its anti-terrorist campaign in Syria, was quite passively fighting ISIL and not striking Al-Nusra at all. After Russia launched its operation, the coalition became more active, boosting its strikes against ISIL. But even after the new US administration stepped in, we haven't seen the coalition making any serious effort to target Al-Nusra.